There, everybody. Just looking at some of the stuff that's in the bag that I got. Let's see. Do you like the prices and qualities of Player's Choice? We realize the people visiting our store live far, far away from Myrtle Beach. This is the biggest reason we decided to start shipping. So, if you want to buy from Player's Choice, that's the thing that you stuff in the bag. I don't live that far, far away, just 35 miles, but I like to go just maybe once a month. Golden Age comics, Silver Age comics. Oh, so they're trying to get people to trade in some stuff. Okay, gotcha. All right. So here's what I got yesterday. Not yesterday. It was Thursday, the day of Thor. Thursday at Player's Choice. So if you're looking for brand new stuff, you're not going to find any brand new stuff in my stuff I get. This is technically, I don't know if it's a facsimile, so it's a brand new something of an older something. So it is a facsimile foil cover for Fantastic Four #3. They're doing one every month, it seems like, until the movie drops. I don't know how far in the future it is. I only saw it up through like number 5, 6 or something. So I was put on the subscription list. So #3 for March, then #4 for April, and it's kind of neat. I think this is going to crash. Okay, I hope it doesn't. And then while I was there, I was like looking at the back. I was like, "Well, so where are all the older facsimiles?" She's like, "Oh, she actually has two different categories: Marvel facsimiles, and they actually have the little tab." I was like, "Oh, see, I wasn't sure if you put them like in the Godzilla section for the Godzilla." So I got Godzilla #1 facsimile. That's cheaper than buying the real thing. Let me put it that way. And then the next facsimile, I only got 3 facsimiles, I guess, as far as I can tell. We got Detective Comics. This is #31. This is a very famous cover that I've seen a heck of a lot. But I like the foil covers, just like the originals. This is the most expensive comic book I bought, $99. But when you compare it to modern day comics, I guess that's a good deal. Uh, because the page numbers is much more than modern day comics, and they're about $5. All right, then we get to the stuff that is, let me just put it right there, I guess. The stuff that is $1 comics, the dollar bins. Where are you guys finding these 25-cent bins? I would love to find those. We don't have such a thing. So this is the dollar bin stuff. Now, if you buy 12, it's $10. So you get basically buy 10, get 2 free. So, of course, even if it's something crappy, I'm going to get it. All right, Legion of Superheroes, #19 from 1991. So I still need a few issues of that. I'm surprised. I hope I check them carefully because when it comes to Legion of Superheroes, it's like there's like volume 18 or something. It's like so many volumes, um, and sometimes the on the the G whatever it's called, the app doesn't have the years right beside it. That's what they really should put on there because I mean it doesn't say volume whatever on it. I'm looking at the cover and it says the year. And if you put a price, or not a price range, a year range, that would be better. Maybe there's a setting on there I don't know about. But 1996 was this one. So I'm a little bit surprised I don't have all of them because I figured I had all of those by now. And then there's a few of these I need. So it's JLA Year 1, #2. JLA Year 1, #5. And I swear I've had this one before because I remember that cover. Look at this one. It looks like chemo mixed with Parasite. JLA Year 1, #6. And it looks like my cat decided to do something. I don't know. I have 2 cats in here still. The other 2 are outside playing. All right. All of them were outside playing until I got back from the grocery store. All right. Omega Men. So the Omega Men #6. I don't remember ever owning this issue. Here's something. Oh, I was thinking there was something Metarog would really like him personally, not just anybody, but Metarog specifically. Here's something that Metarog would probably like. And if you ever watch this Metarog, I wonder, do you have this one? Because you always like those comic books that kind of promote things, or they're kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. Hey, sweetheart. No. Yeah, this is #1, a kitchen table. #2, you're a cat. All right, back to this. That was Goldilocks. He only does that outside, but now he's doing it inside. That's not a good thing. So Captain Nauticus and the Ocean Force, the National Maritime Center. If it wasn't such a weird, rare book, I would have never thought of getting this. And I'm thinking, This will be my free one, I guess. But no, it's. I want to see what's inside. Oh, glossy pages. Ugh. We got not Black Mantis, not Aquaman. Wow, psychedelic rainbow stuff in the water. So let's see, what year was this? 1994. Wow, I have never seen this in my life. Um, it must have been something they gave out to kids in school, I guess. I don't know. That's what I'm wondering. I wonder about these origins of where do these comics come from. Here's the Ocean Force Pledge. As a member of the Ocean Force and a friend of Captain Nautica's, I pledge to protect our seas, lakes, and rivers from destructive pollution and to explore new technologies that will help conserve the resources for our water covered planet for future generations. Now, oddly enough, this was actually, if it was 1994, this was whenever I love Sequest. And it was Sequest is like, if you took Star Trek and mixed it with Flipper, you got Sequest. And two of my favorite shows mixed into one. Heck yes. And this time, the Wesley of the group was not annoying. Like Wesley was annoying. I couldn't stand Wesley. I kept wanting him to get vaporized, but yeah, or something. Maybe. Well, anyway, the Wesley of Sequest was, of course, that blonde hair guy, who sadly enough committed suicide like not too long afterwards. Which I don't understand that, but I guess Hollywood. Um, you never know. All right, I've almost gotten every single issue of this. I'm always surprised if I find something I'm missing a Superboy from this era. I'm pretty sure I heard that the last few issues kind of dragged, and that's why it got canceled because the earlier ones are hilarious. It seems like maybe one of those situations where he kind of lost his way, and this cover is not very exciting. Now, if you look at this cover, you'd be like, "Do you want to buy this?" No, but new excitement, new adventures. Yeah, that looks exciting. But it's number 94, which is close to the end. I think number 100 was the last issue. Here's an interesting Volume 1 Gilgamesh by DC Comics. I have no idea. Just looking at the cover, it looks like some kind of weird sci-fi thing. I'm just curious. Look at that little robot on the back dancing. The back is white except for the little robot. Oh, this looks like something from Epic Comics. Or Epic Magazine, I should say. That's definitely some epic art like that. It's a square bound. You can tell this has never been opened. I mean, if I open this to read it, oh, it's suggested for mature readers. That's definitely not for me. I'm immature. But there's that dancing robot. Yeah, you can tell it's never been opened. So if I open it all the way to read it, it's going to crack that spine. But it's definitely interesting. It kind of reminds me of not the outside, but the inside. The outside looks like the things from the Legion of Superheroes went back in time in the Time Spheres. The inside looks like Dread Star, and that is definitely from Epic. Oh my gosh, I can't get it back in the bag. I guess the bag was too small for it. The Jim, son of Saturn's, not Jim and the Holograms, which would be interesting if you mix the two. Can you imagine Jim and the hologram, she being red with a gemstone on her head? Jim, she's truly out of space. No, wait. Jim, she's truly from another planet. Technically, according to the what is it called? Young Justice TV series, Jim was the king of Mars or something. Anyway, so Jim, he's truly from Mars. Super Battle against Superman. That's number. It's a 12-part miniseries. I had some of these when I was a kid. I remember number 4. Jim fights an extremely albino woman with a whip in her hand. All right, so that's number 5. And then a lot of people talk about this all the time. So I was like, all right, I'll get some elementals. Now, what's weird is every single one of these, there's only 3 of them. They look completely different. Like they're, like, look here, that's number 8. This is number 13. The top has got that grid, kind of like the DC checkerboard. This one doesn't. This one's a lot more like the other one, though, but a totally different font. So are they from 3 different volumes? Because I would hate to think. It doesn't make sense that we go from this to this to this, from number 8 to number 13 to number 21. Why would they go from that, kind of like the Marvel side thing, to the DC top, to the Marvel thing again? So I'm guessing they're from different volumes. Either way, I don't have many elementals, but elemental P. I feel like I'm saying the ABCs. Elemental P. Um, I don't know. I mean, plus, I guess you can tell from the pricing sometimes is what the year are these on. That's $3. No, $2.50 US. This is $1.50. So if this is a volume thing, this is volume one, and this would be maybe volume two since they're both 250. They both have the same kind of sort of thing on the side. I don't know. Maybe they switched it around. I don't know. But hey, somebody out there, you may know. I haven't my CLZ app yet. I'll erase that mystery on the CLZ app. Oh, here's another CL or elemental. This was number 20, and yeah, I guess it could be part of the same thing. But look at the art; it's completely no. Maybe it's not that different. That is definitely like they got the blocks they were pressing them off because look at the. It looks like it's off. Like the paint is slightly off of what the it's supposed to be. Like right here, and maybe there. I don't know. I know that's supposed to be like a glare. It just looks like they got the the things they used to make comic books out of before they had computers. They used to have to press them. Looks like the pressing blocks got off. All right, so I got 4 elementals. This one I know is a modern comic book. I'll probably hate it, but at the same time, hey, I pretend like these are my free ones. The little punk on the side just looked too funny. It reminds me of a what is that guy called that did all the Sunday Post comics? Or not? He did all the artwork in the Sunday Post. I know who he is. I got books of him. I just can't think of his name. He always has a big circle behind his stuff, and this just kind of looks like they were supposed to be a cop, and this is a kid who has a baseball bat who just broke a window kind of thing. Oh, what is his name? He's a famous artist. Oh my gosh, I can't think of his name for some reason. He's like an Americana artist. Did the Saturday or Sunday Morning Post or something back in the 100 years ago. His art's iconic, and it really captures, rural class America. I don't remember his name off the top of my head. I can't think of why I can't think of his name. It's one of my favorite artists. I mean, I love his stuff. I got another one of his Wildcats that I haven't read yet. This is the new stuff. I'm guessing brand new because of that little thing over here. It looks like a pill, like a Dr. Mario pill. The DC logo that's often got little rainbow things on it. Well, I would say thing because it's only got a few colors, not all of them. Here's another Mega Man. How did that get separated from the other Mega Man? But this is number 31. I didn't even know the comic book went that far up. I'm pretty sure I fizzled out before that in my personal collection. Here's number 34. I would have grabbed this one just because I like Teen Titans, but look at that face on her. It doesn't even look human. I mean, it's like, where's her jaw at? Does that look right to you? Because whoever did this painting, I'm not saying you're bad at painting because you're obviously better than me, but that face, it looks like maybe the secret is it's not really her, it's an alien. And I know what she is an alien, but she's got a very human face structure. Oh, here is another Omega. Oh my gosh, I really scored all these Omega Man, number 35. You know what's odd? I do remember this cover. I remember it being so creepy. It looked like that, the guy that holds on to the guys that in Jabba's palace, they tend to the Rancor. It looks like his wife or his mom. Wow. The Omegans challenged an insane goddess. Mad love. Okay. All right, we got some JLA goodness. This is it. The new lineup. I still need a lot of JLAs. But I wonder who's going to be in the new lineup. We got Smurf Superman right there. And I didn't... Okay, so this is one of the situations, I'm guessing that these are all number ones. I have some infinity countdowns. I don't know why. I think it was because I was wanting to find out when the warps really happened. Did they happen in the countdowns? Because the infinity warps, when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to buy all these. They're so awesome. It was like amalgam, but Marvel amalgam. Like not Marvel DC, just Marvel amalgam. And if you don't know what infinity warps are, and you hate modern comics too, it's one of the few comics you'll enjoy. Just saying, I liked it. So even though I don't know if this will have anything to do with anything, so I just let it be one of my free ones. Invincible Iron Man. This is from the second volume, in 1996 when they rebooted it. I did read number 1. I didn't care for it. Why are you getting number 6? or 8 or whatever this is. I don't know. It looks pretty cool. The dude in the background is looking pretty cool. He looks like a Thanos robot kind of thing. And I've heard a lot of negativity about this series, but I personally like the ones I've read. So, X Nation 2099, The Man Called Exodus. So, wow, he's still around. I think Goldie likes to go outside. All right. I have never heard of this one. Superman American. It's 2016, so is that after the reboot, or is that at the end of the New 52? Because it doesn't give me... I don't know. I know 2011 is whenever it got rebooted to the New 52. I don't know when it ended, though, and when that rebirth happened. This is number 1 of 7. I only found this one. So, Superman American. Wait, it says Superman American something. Huh, it's behind the thing. I just thought Superman American. American Alien. Oh, see, that sticker covered it. American Alien. Dun, 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 don't you mess with me. All right, so, yeah, I don't know. Maybe it was after the New 52 collapsed and it was a reboot. And this was kind of like the in-between thing. Kind of like whenever they, after the Crisis, they rebooted Wonder Woman and Superman, and they gave Superman to John Byrne, and he created a bunch of like mini-series to kind of reboot the whole thing. Maybe that's what they're doing. Here's something I never heard of called Time Breakers. It looks interesting. It's a number 1, so it's a good jump on point. It's 1997. Time Breakers. It looks like people out of time, like anachromatical situation. Oh, it says DC Comics, actually. Because it says Helix, and I was like, Helix? I don't know what that is. I hear about it all the time. Helix adjustable beds. But it looks like there's a girl from Tomb Raider, a guy from, looks like a hunter up in the Arctics, and anyway, it looks a little interesting. Here's an Exiles comic. So I got an Exiles also from another place. I am definitely wanting to read all the Exiles. They seem really good from issue number 1. This one's very interesting. It looks like they're turning everybody into action figures or robots the way they're standing. And then Ultimates. From what I've read of Ultimates so far, it seems pretty good. That's Ultimates actually 3. I had to pull it out to see 3 issue 1. And then Ultimates 3 issue 3. And I think I have actually, honestly, Ultimates 3 issue 2. So that's nice. Speaking of Dreadstar, here's a Dreadstar from 1984. I probably had this when I was a kid. I can vaguely remember that cover. It's a very nice cover. I mean, you can sit there and stare at the little background. It looks really cool. All right, then I got some Marvel fanfares. I think Marvel fanfares are interesting. Don't they have, like... I know that every fanfare is not, like, related to the next one. It's like, what were those amazing stories? It's where every issue's got its own little thing. And it may be several... that's what I'm trying to figure out. There's several stories in each issue. Glossy pages. Ugh. So this one's about Scarlet Witch. Usually this little thing at the front tells you what's in this one. Maybe I'm thinking of Marvel Premiere, because that definitely has, like... In this one, we have 3 different stories. We got, you know, Wolverine, and we got Deadpool, and some other things, and Colossus. So, I don't know. Is Marvel Fanfare the one where they basically are taking stories that are kind of like, you know, filler stories that never got printed and they're finally getting around to printing them? Or is that what that is? Or is that Marvel Premiere? Or am I just imagining something here? So we got Scarlet Witch. We got Marvel Fanfare with the twins in it. Actually, obviously, all of Omega Flight, or Alpha Flight, not Omega Flight. Yeah, and these have really cool back covers too. Oh, what is her name? Snowbird. That's the way. I wish there was a comic book. Are there comic book bags that allow you to have the comic books open like this? Because there's some comic books that I would just love to hang up. Now, maybe not this one particularly, but there's a few that are wraparound comics that, man, I just want to see the whole thing spread out on my wall. I think that would be awesome. Of course, I'm not, like, you know, a teenager anymore, so I don't know. If I don't really want that stuff anymore. And then here's one that looked pretty darn interesting. It looked like another one of those. Isn't that from Thunder or that puppet show that they used to have, the Thunderhawks or Go or something like that? We got a cowboy. We got whatever his name is. I'm thinking of a DC character from the Blackhawks. That's what I'm thinking of. We got Nazis. We got all over the place on this thing. So it must be an anachronistic comic. And then I remember I was wanting to find out all these Black Vortex because wasn't this about bringing back Jean Grey? I have one or two of these, and I never got the other one, so I never got around to reading them. So I have a feeling that that's actually Jean Grey in there. But we got the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. So that would be a fine way to find out. All right, so there's some new comic books I got, and I need to put them on a little thing. So at about 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, or whatever time we're on, I don't know. I just say Eastern Standard Time, even though we might be on Eastern Non-Standard Time, or I don't know. I'll be watching at 10 o'clock on the clock, on my clock. It's going to be Rod's channel is going to have something. I already liked it and reposted it to my channel. So if you're interested in watching, getting around the comic book community, there's 2 different things to watch today. He goes from like 10 to 12, so like 2 hours, maybe 3. And then at 3 p.m., because Britain is still in that time thing, whatever, like we are, like we had to change our time 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. So at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, Eastern Standard, I don't know what we are on. I never understood. I hate this thing. I wish we could stop changing our clocks back and forth. It's not so much hard to push the button to make it go forward an hour. It's time to push it 23 times to make it go back an hour on my clock. And I only got 1 clock in there to set and 1 in my car. The car is easy because it either goes forward or backwards. And that one is that one's from the 80s. I'm pretty sure that's the one I used on the Z93 when I was a kid, when I was sitting there eating breakfast. But that one right there, you have to push it 23 times on the hour thing. Now, thankfully, it's not just a forward thing, because those always overshoot. All right, so let me know which ones you think are the best comics in here. Me personally, I think the Godzilla is probably the best one for me. My Godzilla #1, finally. Trying to see if there's anything else I'm like dying to read like right away. The Superman is interesting. These fanfares are interesting. The Black Vortex is actually kind of interesting right now. I woke up at like 4:30 this morning, which I was surprised I slept that long. Usually my cats won't let me sleep that long. But it was nice to sleep that long. So, hey, see you guys hopefully in a few